Hey guys, welcome to BigK Crypto. Hope you are all doing well and having an amazing weekend. Today's video is all about how I'm making passive income in crypto. Okay, how am I making crypto work for me? You know, all the different platforms, what's my contracts that I'm actually in, that's actually making money, and also just various updates along the way of all of these things. So before we get into it, guys, obviously the usual disclaimer applies. I'm not your financial advisor. Whatever I do say in these videos are my own personal thoughts, opinions, and experiences. If you want a financial advisor, go and hire one. So the whole idea of this channel is about passive income in crypto, right? How to make money just basically fall on your lap without doing a whole lot of anything. Now, for a lot of you that follow my videos and my journey, you all know that it's not just about passive income for me. I am leverage trading, okay? And I leverage trade having learned from the Oracle himself and having a consultation. The best investment, hands down, that I've ever done in my entire life was having that consultation with the Oracle. I used to trade, for a good year before that, learning all the different TA analysis, all the different charts and the different whatever, just all this different nonsense basically. And then finally, having that consultation, that one-on-one with Oracle, and realizing none of that shit matters. And I am winning on that. Leverage trading is the quickest way, okay? If you want to make quick money in crypto, because you want to play on the volatility and you want to be able to leverage trade, there's only one guy to go and learn from, and that is the Oracle. Because at the end of the day, he's the only guy out there that shows with complete transparency his actual trades himself. So that's my leverage trading, but that isn't passive income. This channel is all about passive income and how I'm making it work for me and bringing in the money, right? So let's just start with the very obvious choice, and that's going to be Ethereum Gold and Ethereum Capital. Now, we all should know by now that these are both one and the same smart contract. Why do I say that? Because a couple of days ago, there was another DDoS attack on Ethereum Gold. Okay, so this website was unreachable. And I can't even begin to tell you how many times I had so many people ask me, what's going on with the site? Have they scammed out? What's going on? I basically had to copy and paste this same post, okay, to everybody that's commenting. It was literally every couple of minutes, people were commenting, not knowing about the backup links, guys. And I say this time and time and time again. All right, under my videos, if you go to the description, you click show more, I have a list of all of the links, and you should bookmark them, because if for whatever reason, there's maintenance on the server, or one of the sites go down for whatever reason, there are other backup links that you can go into, which of course one of them was Goldchip, another one was Ethereum Capital, another one's the Gandiji user interface, okay? And they were all up and running. There was nothing to actually worry about. Now, of course, I understand, a lot of you were panicking, and you were all panicking because you saw that other EtherWank just disappear out of nowhere, right? Now, EtherWank, Etherbank, okay, was another smart contract that, some YouTubers in the space were claiming it was the next Ethereum Capital, it was the next Ethereum Gold smart contract, and saying, Ethereum Gold had reached its peak. I think at that point we were around $10, and it's too expensive, and, if they want to get in somewhere cheaper, then this is the one. Well, as you can see, guys, that didn't turn out too well for them. I did have a screenshot in my last video where I did talk about that in a bit more detail. But basically, all the funds, all the Ethereum in the contract got drained. So unfortunately, if you did get into Etherbank because you listened and took advice from some other YouTubers, well, I do feel sorry for you, because obviously no one likes to lose money, but you have to do your due diligence, guys. I say it time and time again. Don't just listen to one person, okay? Do your research. Have a look into it. If you're able to read code, read the code. If you were to look at the code, you would have seen that there were clues in there as well. And I guess, it goes back to that comparison that I made as well. If you go to a shop and you've redone your whole living room and you're going to add a new TV onto the wall, 55, 60-inch LCD screen, you're going to go in, you're going to get a Pioneer, you're going to get a Panasonic, whatever, right? You're going to get a reputable brand, which, yes, you're going to pay a higher price point for, but you're getting quality and it's going to last. Well, this is the cream of the crop. Yes, you might be buying at a higher price, but that's because this has been going on for 2.5 years, okay? The community is so strong behind this. I mean, I'm not going to list all the benefits to Ethereum Gold, because you should know that by now, especially if you're watching all of my videos. But, some people see the little bargain bucket in the corner of the TV store, and they see these brands that, they've never really heard of before. They've been around for a couple of months, and they're promising, you're going to get the same resolution, shit like that, but it's half the price. Well, if you go for one of those TVs, I guarantee you buy cheap, you buy twice, and that's what's happened. And I believe a lot of people who jumped into Etherbank and they've lost their money, they've realized, oh shit, I should have gone into this in the beginning, and they're coming into this. And if you have, and if you are, then welcome to the best and only smart contract that is worthwhile being in with. So anyway, I digress. I just wanted to kind of bring that up. You know, this thing is completely reputable. For me, this is going to my kids. You know, I have hit ROI. I am using this as a complete free money machine. You know, going back to the whole passive income stream thing, this is a complete free money machine for me, guys. If we do start hitting a big sell-off and this goes down to $8, $7, yes, you know, my gold tokens are going to start going down and my dollar amount's going to start going down, but I don't care because, like I said, I don't look at this number. This number to me is irrelevant. It might not be to you, but for me, and what's worked for me, and my results speak for themselves, I don't look at this because this to me changes. Whether it be because of the price of Ethereum, whether it be because of, you know, a panic sell-off or people just, you know, buying in, or price appreciation or whatever. It's my dividends that matter now. This is what I'm in this for. I couldn't give a rat's ass about this. That's why I like to use Ethereum Capital, because my focus isn't on that Ethereum number. My focus is on my dividends and my dividends alone. So, you know, if you haven't got into Ethereum Gold Capital yet, okay, and you're thinking, oh, the price is too high, well, as I've mentioned many times in many videos, there's never a right time or wrong time to go into this thing, okay? Even if you catch the top, even if you got in now and this price goes down to $7 or $8, you've got your skin in the game and you're going to be making dividends, all right, free money on the fact that people are selling their tokens. And then when we have another cycle, because at the end of the day, guys, as we've always said, let's look at this chart down here. These are all cycles. There's always going to be a cycle. There's this cycle and there's this cycle. There's always going to be cycles, and when it does cycle back up again, you're going to have even more in gold tokens or Ethereum credits as well as dividends. Okay, so there is no right or wrong time to go in. Let's say you put it off and you don't go in now because you think it's too high. Well, what if it's at $15 next week, which I believe is very possible. Okay, now don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. Do your due diligence and research, okay, and do your own thing. So yeah, Ethereum Gold has been absolutely slaying it for me. You know, as we said, if we kind of go back from here, you know, I took 14, that was about $4.5 grand here. I took another 5 to 10. So I've taken about 14 grand or so here or there, okay, out of this, but I've also reinvested 3 or 4 grand in this as well. Okay. Now the reason why I took out of this, because, well, I wanted to pay for other things and I've got some other stuff that I want to sort out. But I am reinvesting into this. I have had a couple of comments where people were saying, well, you're not a full believer in this project because you're not reinvesting into this. And someone even said that I'm selling my tokens, but I'm not. Look back at my videos. This number has only just ever grown, okay? You can't tell somebody how to tie their own shoelaces. So, you know, for me, it's just working fine. I'm happy reinvesting when I reinvest, and I'm happy withdrawing when I want to withdraw. But yeah, as passive income is concerned, this is my favorite thing, hands down. So that's Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital. Let's kind of move on. Let's go to ETHERCHAIN, right? The bastard 80s love child that I like to call it, okay? I'm mentioning this again like I did last week as well, because, well, you know, it is paying, although at a very, very snail's pace. As you can see here, I am making, I think, is it 0.02 a day? All right, so I'm just kind of forgetting about this. I'm not even going to withdraw it because it's not worth it because of the gas fees. And it's only that small because, well, I only put 2 ETH from the beginning because I just didn't feel that confident with it, to be quite honest with you. And it turned out my initial gut was telling me correctly because of the whole moving of funds around and whatever else. Check out my videos on this. I'm not going to kind of talk about this too much. It is basically, was it 1% a day or something? It's going to take you a year basically to get your 310% that they're saying you're going to make back. Okay, now I haven't got a year to make 310%. I'd rather make that in a few days or a few weeks. All right, but if you are a referral person and you like to have teams under you, or you've got a network of people under you and you want to share this, you know, it is good for the YouTubers or for the people that are going to share the link. So they have got a good system there, but I'm not going to talk about that. It is paying. You know, that's the one thing I can say about this. It is paying. Is it paying enough to make me excited in any way, shape or form? Nope. Okay. And this background, as I keep mentioning, is not my favorite at all. Okay, just aesthetically. So I hardly have that on my desktop. So let's go to something else. Look, something else I briefly mentioned on my Sunday roundup last week, which is called compounding. Okay. Now I've blurred out some parts of the screen because, well, I don't want you to see my personal information. However, this is also a very, very low risk investment, okay, and a way to make passive income. And this is another great strategy, by the way, that the Oracle developed, and I'm thankful for him putting this across to everybody for us to win, right? Again, now how does this work? Well, I kind of briefly explained to you again last Sunday, but I'll go into it in a bit more detail. I will do a standalone video on this, guys, but it's only been a week with these kind of numbers, just less. So I want to get some more results to kind of show you, because at the end of the day, guys, you want to see results, right? You want to see transparency, and I want to show you that. But basically what I've done, and as you can see here, I've got Bitcoin and Ethereum, and this is Coinbase Pro, by the way, guys. If you haven't used Coinbase Pro, but you have used Coinbase Pro is completely free. You just need to basically activate it, okay? The idea is here is I have a core number, okay? And my core number is 2,000 in Bitcoin and 2,000 pounds in Ethereum, right? 2 in each. Now, where have I pulled that number from? Nowhere, okay? It's just the number that I am happy and comfortable to be using, okay? You can do this with $500 in each, or just $500 in Bitcoin. You don't have to split it between Bitcoin and Ethereum, or you could just do Ethereum, whatever you wanted. But the idea is to have a core number in your head, and keep it a round number. You want to keep it nice and simple. And what you do, you've got to make sure that, obviously I'm in the UK, so I've got it in British pounds, but if you're in US, you have it in your USD wallet. Now, I do have an excess in here, which I am going to trim off and I'm going to withdraw, but I'm waiting for that crypto.com card to come, because I'm going to throw it in that. So this is just going to kind of keep building up, really. But you want to make sure that you've got, I don't know, a quarter or 1/5, you know, in your currency wallet, because you're going to need that as your little side pot. Now, I could have 500 here and be comfortable, okay, with that in my side pot, but it's down to you what you have in there. The good thing about this is it's FDIC, okay, approved in the US, and, you know, the equivalent as well for the UK, which means if my Coinbase got hacked, then, you know, this is completely insured, basically, okay? Now, what the idea is I'm not looking at how many Bitcoin or how many Satoshis I've got here, or how many Ether I've got here. This column is irrelevant to me. I'm looking at currency value. So in my case, GBP. Why? Because again, just like here, I want to make money effectively. But the idea is you want to keep an eye on how much you own in terms of USD or GBP value. So the point that I do here is I'm effectively trying to buy at a lower price and sell at higher prices. And because I've got 2,000 in each, I'm using around a 5% price difference. So I've got price alerts on my phone. So when, you know, the price goes up by 5% or down by 5%, I get notified, and then I can jump on here, or I can even do this from my phone as well, actually, and just trim off the top or add some more, okay? And it's as simple as that. So let me give you an example. As my core number is 2,000, let's say my Bitcoin balance went from 2,000 to, let's say, 2,100, because $100 is about that 5% mark. What I would do is I would trim off the top of here. So I would basically sell the $100 from here and add it into my British pound account. And then that will bring me back to my core number of 2,000. Similarly, the other way around. If, let's say, this was 1,900, I would take the 100 from my British pound, and I'll buy £100 worth of Bitcoin to bring this core number back to 2 grand. That's the point, keeping your core number consistent. And you're going to say, well, if you do that, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, you're not really doing anything. Yes, you are, because what you're doing is you're selling at a higher price and you're buying at the cheaper price. So the next time you sell at the higher price again, your balance is increasing. That's the idea. Now, if I quickly show you my diary for this, because I'm taking some screenshots, but let's take it from day 3, because that's when I put 2k in each, because I was just messing with Ethereum at the time there. My total balance in general was just under 5 grand. Okay, if we fast forward to yesterday, which was day 7, but really day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so really day 4 from the moment I had 2k in each. As you can see, I was at 5226, and that was yesterday. Now I'm at 5319. Why? Because we had a nice pump. I think it was with ETH. I trimmed off the top and I added it to my British pound account. Equally now, if this was down at 1,800, I'd put $200 from here and buy back in again. And over time, guys, this is an over time thing. Just like Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital, this is a long-term investment. This is something that you're going to want to make thousands a day, right? If you want to make very quick money in crypto, you've got a leverage trade, like I said at the beginning of the video. But this is a nice slow burner. And what I'm going to do at the end of the month, actually, I'm going to give you a nice, good projection on how much I've made just using these figures alone. Let me give you an example. I mean, we're at 1980. It's only $20. I wouldn't do this necessarily, but I'm going to show you this as an example, how I can do it on Coinbase Pro. So what I'll do is I click trade and we get to our trading screen. I want to make sure I've got the Ethereum GBP pair, which is here. And I want to buy £20 worth of Ethereum. So I'm just going to type in 20 in here. Look, as you can see, and this is the reason why I use Coinbase Pro, the fees are minimal, next to nothing. So all I'm just going to do, I'm going to use market because I don't mess around with limits or stops, because again, this is passive income. I don't want to work for my money. I want it to be as simple as a click of a few buttons. I click place buy order, success. If I go back to my portfolio now, would you look at that? My core number on ETH is back to its 2000. So effectively, I just bought £20 worth of ETH at a discount. Now, when this goes to 2,100, I'll sell those $100 and this pile is just going to keep increasing. That's the idea. Now, I wouldn't do this with $20 differences. Like I said, that was just for the purpose of this video. It's usually around the £100 mark that I mess around with and that I buy or sell. And that's effectively it, guys. There's really not much more to this. You can do this on the Coinbase exchange itself, okay, with not Coinbase Pro. If you find that more aesthetically pleasing and a bit more simpler to look at, you can do that. The fees are a bit higher, but I'm also very much used to this. I know Crypto Dice, he's done a couple of great videos on this and he uses Coinbase. And if you watch Nobody Crypto's videos, he does it on Coinbase Pro. So you can kind of get a good difference on how they look and how you can interact with both. But that's essentially called compounding, guys. The idea is this GBP amount, this GBP wallet that I've got here, every month is just going to keep increasing. And at the end of every month, I can basically just, let's say, take out $500 from here or $700 and say, okay, that will be for my bills, that will be for my food shopping this week. This is basically, you know, as far as passive income is concerned, this is basically is going to always be paying my usual bills, my utility bills. And that's the idea of passive income, to pay and to bring you income by doing very little at all. What I was going to say about this, if, you know, I was explaining this actually to my wife the other day because, you know, I am doing the whole video and she's making notes on what to do in the case that anything ever happened to me, right? And I recommend you all do that because at the end of the day, crypto isn't easy, especially for the people that are not into crypto. Make sure your spouses and your family members do know how to access your crypto if they need to, okay? Otherwise it's all lost and wasted effort. But I was explaining it to my wife and she said, yeah, but what if, let's say Bitcoin, right now we're just under 12 grand. What if it goes down to 9,000? Do you top up all the way? Well, you can do if you want, or you can just, let's say my core number is 2,000 right now. I can make it 1,500 as a core number. I just changed my core number. That's all. So that is core number compounding. So in terms of passive income, those are the three main things that are making me money. Let's just call it two, okay? Because the other one's not worth mentioning. You know, it's my core number compounding here, and of course it's my Ethereum Gold and Ethereum Capital, which are one and the same. Both, in my opinion, the best passive income streams in the crypto space with the lowest risk you will find. Now bear with me because I just did get an email and it's from somebody that I didn't respond to yet just because I've been really busy. But let me just read it out. He's asking, I've been trying to find a video on what happens to ETH Gold after ETH 2.0 is released. Will it have a negative impact on ETH Gold? What are your thoughts? Right, so nothing's going to happen, mate. This is going to transition very smoothly. You're not going to see any difference, okay? Everything is going to work as it does now when it goes to ETH 2.0. The benefits that I can see is going to happen, of course, it's going to be the gas prices are going to be lower, hopefully. That's one of the main principles of ETH 2.0, as well as transactions being quicker. As for negative impacts, there won't be any negative impacts at all. Not that I'm aware of anyway. If you want to know more thoughts on that, then go and ask Sunny and the development team in the Discord and Telegram group. So while I'm on the subject of that email, it's the same person that emailed me a few days ago. So I'm sorry not getting back to you, but basically he's asking, can you please give me advice for ETH Gold once I reach 4 or 5 ETH, or make a video for us little guys who can't go big like you and Oracle? I guess for the first part of your question, advice for when you reach 4 or 5 ETH. Well, I mean, I don't know what your initial investment was. If, from what I understand, let's say you invested 5 Ethereum and you've now made, let's say, 5 Ethereum dividends, it's completely up to you. You know, there are no correct strategies, okay, or perfect strategies. It's whatever works for you. If you want to just keep reinvesting back into the contract to increase your tokens, you can. If, you know, you wanted to withdraw them and then put another half back into the contract, you can. I guess it all just comes down to what your goals are for this. I mean, my initial goal with this from the beginning was to make sure I hit my ROI, my return on my investment, pull out my initial investment, and then make this a free money machine, which it is now. So I guess it all depends on what your eventual goals are. And a video for the little guys, well, you know, I'll probably do that on a standalone video, but guys, if you've got anything less than 5 Ethereum, just reinvest. Just keep reinvesting. Don't bother looking at trying to, you know, get your divs to match your initial investment. Try and get as many tokens as you possibly can, because as I keep saying, the more tokens you own, okay, or Ethereum credits you own, the more dividends you're going to be making. That's the point. So, you know, if you've got 4 or 5 ETH, why not make a goal of having at least 10 Ethereum's worth of tokens in the smart contract? And then when you've got 10, then you can, you know, reinvest some, withdraw some, whatever. Again, that always down to personal preferences to what you want to get out of this smart contract. But yeah, just keep reinvesting. Obviously right now, you know, if you want to reinvest, let's say $15 and you're paying $6 in gas fees, I wouldn't bother. You know, wait for the gas fees to get lower and cheaper. In fact, let's quickly try again and see where we are at with gas fees. Probably the same. Oh no, it's gone a bit lower now. See, it's $5. At the beginning of this video it was $6, and I can make it a bit less by hitting slow. So it does depend on the time of day. You know, if you can get around the $2-3 mark for your gas fees, then, you know, maybe reinvest every time you've got $20, $25. It's down to you. But the main point of what I'm just trying to say is try and get your token value as high as possible to get the maximum amount of dividends that you can every time people buy in and out. So anyone under, let's say 5 to 7 ETH, or, you know, or at least, you know, 7 ETH, I would say keep reinvesting until you get your tokens out. Unless you just want to get, you know, your ROI back out and then reinvest it again. It's down to you. There's so many different ways you can play this. That's why those kind of questions are quite difficult to answer, because the strategy that I use, okay, the Oracle strategy, worked perfect and ideal for me. So that's Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital. That was also Coinbase Pro with the core compounding. Those are the 2 main passive income streams that I'm doing right now in crypto that are working the best and that are the lowest risk. Okay. There are other things that I go into as well, which I'm not going to put in this video, which, you know, there are things like other platforms as well as hypes, but I'm not in any of those right now. So like Cash Effects, I didn't renew that, as well as hypes. I'm not in any hype at the moment, and they work out for me as well, but they are higher risk. So I wanted to kind of keep this whole video more to the lower risk as much as possible. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I've kind of jumped between a couple of different points, but I hope you kept up with me, and yeah, hope it all makes sense. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comments below. Don't forget to like the videos, guys. I really do appreciate it, as well as subscribe and hit that little notification bell just to be up to date with all the videos that I'm uploading, because I am trying to do at least 3 to 4 a week at the moment. Also, I do have a Twitter account, okay, at BigK Crypto. Follow me on here. I'm not really kind of doing conversations and all that kind of stuff on here, but what I am doing is every time I do upload a new video, I share it straight on my Twitter as well, just because even if you have subscribed to my channel, YouTube might not notify you, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.